Good morning. You may have seen headlines online claiming a new $2,000 stimulus check is coming to Americans this summer. These posts often look official, using government logos and promising relief is on the way. For many struggling with high prices, this sounds like a lifeline. But before you get your hopes up, ask, is this actually true? As of July 21, 2025, there is no fourth federal stimulus check approved or even being debated in Congress. Understanding how these rumors spread is the first step to protecting yourself from false hope and scams. Social media is the engine behind these stimulus rumors. Platforms like TikTok and Facebook amplify bold, unverified claims because they get clicks and shares. Creators use old clips of officials and misleading headlines to make fake news look real. Comments from hopeful people add to the illusion, creating a powerful echo chamber. Some spread these rumors for ad revenue, others use them to lure victims to scams. Regardless of intent, the result is the same. Millions are misled and left disappointed. Always question viral financial news before you believe or share it. Let's be clear. It's essential to address a topic that's been circulating widely, causing confusion and for some even false hope. We understand the importance of clarity when it comes to government assistance programs, especially those that impact personal finances. There is no federally approved fourth stimulus check coming in 2025. Despite what you might have seen on social media or heard through unofficial channels, there is currently no legislative action or government plan in place to issue another round of direct payments to individuals. No bill has been introduced, meaning that the initial step in the legislative process hasn't even occurred. For a stimulus check to become a reality, a member of Congress would need to propose a bill, debated or signed into law for new payments. The bill would then need to go through rigorous debate in both the House and the Senate, and ultimately, it would require the president's signature to be enacted. This entire process can take weeks, months, or even longer, depending on the level of support and the priorities of the government. If a new check were real, if there was even a remote possibility of a fourth stimulus check, it would trigger a series of very public events. It would be headline news everywhere, dominating news cycles across all major media outlets, and announced by the IRS. The Internal Revenue Service would be the primary agency responsible for disseminating information and distributing the payments. The IRS website only references and provides information about the three past payments, the economic impact payments that were issued in 2020 and 2021. There's no mention of a fourth. A complete absence of any information regarding a potential fourth stimulus check on the official IRS website should be a major red flag. The economic emergency that justified previous checks has ended, or at least it has significantly subsided. The initial stimulus checks were implemented to provide relief during a period of unprecedented economic uncertainty caused by the pandemic. And lawmakers are focused elsewhere, shifting their attention to other pressing issues, such as infrastructure, climate change, and long-term economic growth. Unemployment is low, indicating a relatively healthy job market compared to the height of the pandemic. And the public health crisis is over, allowing for a return to more normal economic activity and consumer spending. Rely on official sources like irs.gov for accurate updates. Always verify information with trusted government websites and news organizations before making any financial decisions. Don't fall for rumors, especially those circulating on social media or through unofficial channels. There's no new stimulus on the way. It's important to manage expectations and avoid making financial plans based on unsubstantiated claims. The first three stimulus checks were emergency responses to the COVID-19 crisis. The CARES Act in March 2020, a second payment in December 2020, and the American Rescue Plan in March 2021 provided direct relief. These were temporary measures, not permanent programs. Deadlines to claim these payments have now passed for most people. The IRS closed the window for recovery rebate credits in April 2025. The government has moved on from broad pandemic relief. Rumors of a fourth check ignore this history and the unique circumstances that made the first three possible. Some states have provided their own relief payments, but these are not federal programs. State-level checks, like those in California or Colorado, are funded by state budgets and have specific eligibility rules. Most of these programs have ended, and they only apply to residents of those states. Scammers often twist state news into false claims of a new national stimulus. Always check your state's official website for accurate information. Don't confuse state relief with federal action. They are entirely separate. Pay attention to details to avoid falling for misinformation. The allure of a fourth stimulus check, or any form of additional government assistance, is incredibly strong, and it's easy to see why these rumors spread like wildfire. The idea of extra financial support can be a lifeline for many families, because, quite simply, people across the country are still grappling with significant financial hardships. The economic recovery has been uneven, and while some sectors are thriving, many individuals and families are still struggling to make ends meet, facing mounting debt and difficult choices every single day. The relentless rise in the cost of living, from groceries and gasoline to housing and healthcare, only exacerbates these financial pressures. This makes the prospect of additional financial aid not just appealing, but deeply necessary for many to maintain a basic standard of living. The thought of a little extra breathing room is a powerful motivator. This is where motivated reasoning comes into play. We have a natural tendency to believe what we want to be true, especially when it aligns with our hopes and desires. It's a cognitive bias that can significantly influence how we interpret information, and this tendency is amplified when we're under stress. When facing financial difficulties, the desire for relief can override our critical thinking skills, making us more susceptible to believing information that confirms our hopes, even if it lacks credible evidence. The memory of past government aid, like the previous stimulus checks, creates a sense of expectation, a feeling that similar assistance might be available again. This past experience shapes our perception of what's possible and influences our belief in future support. Even though the economic landscape and the nature of the crisis have evolved, what worked in the past may not be the solution for the present, but the hope for a similar intervention persists. In times of uncertainty, when official sources of information seem silent or slow to respond, the void is often filled by information circulating on social media platforms. And unfortunately, these unverified rumors can feel more believable, especially when they echo our hopes and anxieties. This potent mix of genuine hardship, the unwavering hope for relief, and a growing distrust of traditional institutions creates the perfect storm for the rapid spread of misinformation. It's a breeding ground for false narratives and unrealistic expectations. It's crucial to recognize these feelings within yourself. Acknowledge that these emotions can make you more vulnerable to falling for false promises and misleading information. Self-awareness is the first step in protecting yourself. Therefore, it's essential to cultivate a healthy dose of skepticism, even when the news aligns perfectly with what you desperately want to hear. Always verify information from multiple reliable sources before accepting it as truth. In today's fast-paced digital age, we're constantly bombarded with information from all corners of the internet. It can be overwhelming, and unfortunately, not everything we read is true. Misinformation and rumors can spread like wildfire, especially when it comes to financial news. That's why knowing how to verify financial news is absolutely essential. It's a critical skill that can protect you from making bad decisions based on false information and safeguard your financial well-being. Learning to discern fact from fiction is more important now than ever before. The first step in verifying any financial news is to always check if the source is official. Is it a legitimate organization or a credible news outlet? Look for official government websites like irs.gov or a major news outlet with a long-standing reputation for accuracy and unbiased reporting. These sources are generally more reliable than blogs or social media posts. Once you've identified the source, carefully look for specific details within the article or report. This includes things such as bill numbers when referencing new legislation. Also, look for direct quotes from officials or experts in the field. These quotes should be accurately attributed and provide context for the information being presented. Don't rely on just one source. Cross-check the story with other reputable sources. See if other credible news organizations are reporting the same information. If it's a legitimate and important piece of financial news, it's likely that it'll be everywhere. Widespread coverage from trusted sources is a good sign that the information is likely accurate. Be wary of vague language, sensational headlines designed to provoke an emotional response, or urgent calls to action that pressure you to make a quick decision. These are often red flags for misinformation or scams. Never provide personal info or pay fees to claim government money. Legitimate government agencies will never ask for upfront fees or demand personal information through unsolicited emails or phone calls. Remember, the IRS never contacts you this way. They primarily communicate through mail. Taking just a minute of fact-checking can save you from falling victim to scams, protect your hard-earned money, and prevent a lot of disappointment. It's an investment in your financial security. No new federal check is coming, but you can take control of your finances. Start by making a detailed budget and tracking your spending. Cut unnecessary expenses and look for savings on essentials. If you have debt, contact creditors or seek help from nonprofit credit counselors like the NFCC. Check for existing assistance programs. SNAP, LIHEAP, and Housing Aid are real options. Visit usa.gov to find programs you may qualify for. Small changes and real support can make a big difference. Focus on what you can control, not on rumors. Viral rumors won't pay the bills, but real help is out there. Use findhelp.org to locate local nonprofits and government programs for food, housing, and healthcare. Visit your local American Job Center for free job support and training. Improving your skills or finding better work is a sustainable path forward. Follow official agencies and trusted news for updates on real programs. Bookmark irs.gov and usa.gov for accurate information. True financial security comes from planning, action, and using real resources. Let the end of stimulus rumors motivate you to seek genuine, lasting help.